It is 25 past 7. If you're listening to us, we're live on radio on Plus 89.9 FM, as well as live on TV visually on 3 Music TV. This is Culture Daily. We are on till 10 a.m. If you're a first-time viewer, welcome to the family, and welcome to a bigger family here as well. You're also welcome, my brother. Tell us, Kojo, where do we take this from? Sorry, your mic is, yeah.
That's our IMC Chair, Emmanuel.
Where IMC means International
Interim Management.
Interim Management
Does International Monetary Cheats or something?
No.
Interim Management
Committee.
Yes. IMC.
Yeah.
For
GIMPA,
the original GIMPA, bruh. He's GEMPA, GIMPA.
Yeah, he's also the outgone SRC Vice President, Emmanuel Kra Arthur. Yes. But anyways, I'll allow him to do the introduction.
PR. Yeah. Emmanuel, how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Looking very smart this morning. Outgoing SRC.
Outgone
SRC.
Yes,
yeah, you look very, very SRC-ish, you know. So wait. Currently, it's is it who's the current SRC president for GIMPA?
One Selassie.
Yes.
That was after. It came right after you.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems you want to recall someone.
He was. I don't know. Famous person there. No, it wasn't SRC, but I think one of you, Kelvin.
Yeah, so I was vice to Kelvin.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Kelvin was SRC.
Kelvin was president. He was his vice.
And he was his vice.
Yes. So we are the just immediate past.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he went to Achimota, so these things. Slow. Big words.
I don't know why I never chop SRC president for KNUS. Like, I've always stand for SRC president.
School posts never entice me.
I have chop SRC president. If you work, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it sway you away from, education, studies, academics?
Sometimes.
It does?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of work are you really involved as a vice, or I just want to have an idea.
So, briefly per our constitution, you serve on the academic board. So since it's an educational institution and it's more academic centered, that's where your work is. So working between the staff, management, and then the students as well. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, what is this sustainability club? I mean, give us an overview what exactly it is.
Yeah, so it's a foundation.
Okay.
That's looking to promote sustainability on campuses.
What are you sustaining?
The environment.
Okay.
Yes, creating eco-friendly environments, promoting zero waste management and all that. Yes.
Give us a bit more details.
It also entails raising awareness and bringing people's mind to the fact that we have to be conscious about our environment, how we dispose of waste, how we conserve energy, how to keep the environment eco-friendly. Yes. And then
do you think that we are concerned about our environment, in your engagement with the club and its activities?
I'm afraid to say
that we are not.
We have to be bold.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are not. I mean, one of the most critical issues would also be, in with regards to this issue, would be our Galamsey activities. And even this morning, looking at the road on the Pukwasi stretch, I think that's just one of the things, the dust and everything. That's one of the ways that we are not protecting the environment. We're supposed to make sure that our activities promote sustainability. That is definitely something that is environmentally challenging in terms of how it affects our health, and one of the SDGs is to promote good health and well-being. So if there's an activity that is going towards or contributing to the detriment of people's health, it's definitely
okay.
Yes.
So Ima, I want to understand, so what are some of your activities? What do you do in the club?
Yes, so we organize cleanup exercises and we organize awareness programs. So we go to various departments to speak to them, lecture them about how to contribute to making the environment eco-friendly. So there are instances that would have a sustainability week, which is in the grand scheme of things the pinnacle of the entire project. So there will be projects such as cleaning up, organizing competitions, and also looking at people who have innovative projects to.
I am going to get a bit tough on you guys, but let me just start off with a mild note.
Okay.
In the past, what are some of the activities you've done specific?
So I would can I don't know if I
No,
can
you
take
can't
that.
come in.
All right, so this is
No,
the reason the reason why I'm here this morning is basically because we have identified some of these things, and the club or the foundation was birthed out of a shared responsibility or a shared need to promote this, because we identified that there is a problem when it comes to our sustainability in the practices or activities. So the club is officially launching this Thursday, which is on the 10th of July.
Okay,
It's
you are
officially-
now
it's
rolling
officially
this out.
launching. But
Okay.
we have been sensitizing or creating awareness via, like he said, going to the various departments, because we're starting from. So our campus is a hub for that. Like he said, there's a grand scheme of things, and then it's also birthed from our patron, which who is the dean of students.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So
Professor
she birthed
Tina.
Professor Tina Augustina Akono. So she birthed the idea one time during a class, because she was teaching us something on that, and then felt like so that was where she's the one who organized the training, the UN training I told you about.
Okay,
Where
okay.
where some of us took part in the workshop and then got some certification from the United Nations. So we're basically champions of the sustainability development goals, and that is one of the reasons that this club
Cyril, I just want to introduce you to Captain Planet.
Yes.
Yes, he was
Main fryer.
Mati.
Mati.
No, not the J Mati.
Kwame.
Kwame. Yeah, you know Kwame, right?
I know Kwame.
I mean, I wish we could just do a
A side by side.
Yeah, pick two pictures.
no, but Kwame gets some hairline.
Oh no,
No, that might be your Baba issue.
No. Your Baba will not do a better for you.
Right.
But you have some Kwame feel to it, and I like this. What does it take for anyone to become a member of this club?
You will just have to sign up.
Yeah.
And then join.
And what has been the response ever since it was the initiative, was birthed?
Impressive.
What is impressive?
I think people are really conscious, but not conscious in the sense that people need the push to join. When they
Good.
don't have people carrying them along, it looks like it's a daunting work or it's difficult. But once you have someone like the dean of students spearheading the entire project, people just come along. So it's looking good.
The environment is bigger than GIMPA.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
GIMPA campus.
Yeah.
What's the plan to actually get out there and impact people like me who haven't used that road in 20 billion years?
Exactly. So I don't know if I can take that, but so for our campus, for instance, the club in our campus is a hub. So the same thing for other campuses. So it will serve as a hub. We're basically, the plan is to decentralize it, right, and then have like the clubs in various institutions across the country, across the nation. Like you said, it's a plan that is bigger than just GIMPA, but GIMPA is known for also how green it is, right? And then we feel like as a campus that is focused heavily on green practices and also protecting the environment, we need to champion that. So we're looking at extending it post the launch. We're looking at extending it to other campuses, other institutions, and getting people, sensitizing people, raising awareness on the need for us to.
So you so like I said, this is a very beautiful initiative, and I commend you guys for such. We need more of such institutions, clubs, advocacy. So you just name them so that we can all turn around our mindset on how we treat the environment. I mean, myself, Siri, I think you're a part of the zoo thing, the chimpanzee animal thing that we did. One life. Yeah. We're all part of it, and one way or the other, no matter how small or big it is, it impacts a certain people who get the chance to get into contact with some of these things. However, there are other groups like the Bus Stop Boys, who are all championing such. I want to find out the practicality of your club, and so it doesn't look like a talk shop, as compared to people who are actually on the ground, whose actions sort of speak to the understanding of us Ghanaians. And when I say understanding of us Ghanaians, we see the work is being done. So they are saying that you see what it can be if you don't mess it up like we do. So I just want to have an idea of the direction of your organization. Are you more of tackling policies, or are you more drawn to are being very practical, like the bus stop boys, for example?
Kra, do you want me to?
Okay.
No, I want you.
Okay, so I think
Yeah.
essentially we could have both, but for the rollout program, it's more of advocacy now.
Okay.
And then, I mean, speaking to people concerning the policies evolving around Environmental Protection Agency and all of these policies rolled out by the government as well. But then intermittently, there will be practical
Aspects.
activities of it, yes. So, for instance, I think you know GIMPA, it's a very small community, even in
Very powerful too.
Yes, even in landscape
Yeah.
and then in numbers wise. So we have, as time goes on, there are activities that happens. We have SRC weeks, we have several weeks of activities that's going on. So we can leverage on some of these opportunities to embark on some of the projects we want to roll out, such as the cleanup exercises. And it's also community engaged. That's to say, we reach out to some of the institutions around us, by extension some of the schools around us to engage them to be conscious and to partake in the projects as well.
Yeah.
How ready are people, in speaking to and engaging the stuff? How ready do you think people are for such projects, programs?
Well, so far from the response that we received, people are ready to, also I think that is more about, so it brings to light the importance of us being here this morning and the importance of communication and actually you sensitizing people on these things. Once people understand what it is that is at stake and then what it is that they stand to gain, the benefit of it, they will also be ready. But currently, as it stands, people are ready to. We have others who have actually pledged to be at the launch, to partner and to be to join us in promoting our activities and ensure that we all create a sustainable environment, and then we sustain the earth. This earth basically sustains us, right? So we also need to do our utmost best. We need to be responsible. Yeah, we need to be responsible for the environment that is responsible for us. Basically, it's a hand go hand come thing. But if you don't treat the environment right, at the end of the day, you are going to you are not going to benefit from it. So I think that there's a readiness, but there also needs to be that sensitization. There needs to be that communication where people's attention is drawn to the challenges or the potential risks that we stand to face if we do not take this.
What challenges have you faced?
Well, one, I would say health issues.
No, I'm saying that this is a big mindset shift.
Yeah.
So in dealing with people, trying to engage people, apart from them not being able to lead themselves and leading the collective, what other ideological challenges have you faced?
I think initially it would be how important this is, and even just the viability of the foundation or the club itself, because usually getting people together or bringing people together to champion a cause is not an easy thing, because everyone has, we all have individual,
especially cleanliness. We are the opposite of, some of us are the opposite of cleanliness in Ghana. Because we tend to see beauty in dirt more than dirt in beauty, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm making sense, but no. But
I think I've sat here to mention an instance where someone dropped right in front of me, dropped a sachet in the street, and I asked them to pick it, and Ellie came and myself, and it became a whole issue. You get it? So these are some of the things I feel like, having been in that experience or having seen something like that, and then also being able to be in an environment or be with like-minded people who want to champion some of these things to ensure that we are able to curb or draw people's attention to the importance of doing this is one of the things.
But let me okay.
I was just saying, and to add to that, to your question, GIMPA is a non-residential campus at the moment. It's a commuter campus, which means people actually move in and out. There are no hostels, yes, unless lodges, which few students actually patronize. So one of the challenges would be
serious at school.
one of the challenges realistically would be that we would have to put in more work, unlike other campuses where they are residential and you could reach out to people through their hostels. Right now you only get
accessing the people to make the pitch is also a problem, because
yes,
there's no central location of them being
so
idle
it
about
means there's a lot of work and there's a lot of effort that has to be put
Social
in.
media, news media, 3 Music.
No, you know when,
Perfect.
yeah. And when people leave campus, they leave campus.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the moment that is done,
Your
when you
mind
go
is
out there,
closed.
Charlie,
Yeah.
because when you come up from GIMPA and all, they go on the way to Westlands, they wait to you, Charlie, more things, you know, some flat for your, they wait to you.
Pokwasi Road too.
Pokwasi, they
Like
wait.
this, this morning, the Pokwasi Road, the gym by now.
Now, let me just generalize this convo. Now, this is not even about your club, though.
Okay.
But why do you think we tend to, some of us tend to lean towards dirt than to neatness? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, big shout's going out to one of the bloggers. I think this is Zion. He's in Switzerland, right? And then he was talking to this. I was watching an interview that he was talking to one of the guys, and the man kept on talking about the cleanliness, you know, clean. And I'm like, I'm not the same human being where we did it. You know, like, why do some people understand
Yeah.
the environment and some don't understand the environment? Because I don't know, in your general assessment and your engagement, this goes all of us, why do you think that we prefer debt and things? I don't know. Is it I don't know, I don't get it. Is it from an upbringing, or is it?
I don't think it's a matter of preference or preferring.
It's
this.
just nurturing.
I think yes, and I think that it's also what you're exposed to and what you see. Like, so someone says, "Oh, I dropped this here because they'll sweep," and I maybe go and this way, like you get it. He sees it there, like he's walking past and he sees that there's dirt, there's rubbish everywhere. So what's different if I also like drop something?
We don't understand. I think the biggest thing is that we don't understand what to do with dirt or waste. As in, the final disposal is not something many people are raised with or are in environments where they are taken through the experience. Where's the bin? Where's the disposal? Where's the skip? Where's the incinerator? We don't have any of those, so you heap it in the corner, right? So you go to a place where cleaning has happened, but the thing has not been disposed of.
Yeah.
It's like you see the main road. When they sweep the road, they swept too, but they leave it right there,
They've gathered it, yeah.
which is the most, which is just wow, which is the most intellectually beautiful thing. Like the genius of it is, it's like they did it too. They were up at dawn and did it, and they left it there so that when the car passes with the wind, it should spread it so that there'll be work tomorrow. Same thing in people's houses.
Or like
What is the after what prano? That's what you're saying. You go to a compound and there's a little corner under some tree or near some blocks that's been designated as baller.
Yeah.
And that's not disposing of waste. That's just repositioning the waste till it rains, and then that ends in a gutter, which we are fine. So that's how come we ended up with the largest landfill, which is Agbebloshi, because we don't know how to dispose of the waste. Moving waste from this table to your table still keeps it in this room. Zero has been achieved. So if you move the waste from wherever and you go and create Agbebloshi, which is giving radiation,
that brings me to that question. That do you add to it?
Yeah, to add to it, I think sincerely there are no punitive measures for
sincerely yours
for people that are not cleanliness conscious or do not exhibit cleanliness. I remember my mom used to tell me about where they had like town councils. I think that would be
that's
they were like group enforcement people who would come around to ensure that your environment was clean.
Yeah.
Yes. And then secondly too, unfortunately, people do not see the reward in being clean. For instance, in some parts of the world, people actually buy waste. People buy waste to recycle them. People actually also get waste to do composting to boost their. But I think in our parts of the world, people do not see the need to be clean per se, so because there's no reward for it.
Ignorance.
You see what you just yes. I was going to insult everybody, but thank you for I was going to teach you, but it's good. Thank you. You see, we are the problem. Me, I always say it. Yeah, say what you like. The tankers you are talking about was rebranded as Abaye. And the same people who that Baye was supposed to deal with, from the hawkers to the street vendors to the waste and all that, it was all encapsulated in it. It was politicized. Ube pamia wa ha yentuma. Yeah, the ball to hana ube chinkrofa yentuma. Even I remember there were absurd stories of, and this is verifiable, it's all online. When they shared the free bins, some people took the bins inside and kept utensils inside, some fetched water inside. So, like you are, so are you surplus?
Charlie.
Too surprising.
Charlie.
Google it. People took the bin. You come to an area, okay, this stretch, Afunya Street, 8 bins should make sure that our streets are clean. 6 of the 8 bins were in people's kitchens,
Charlie.
either storing utensils or water. So that should tell you that why should I clean up is a conscious virus in the Ghanaian mind. Like
But Mr. C, you see, the moment you see a bin, something should break your mind that this is something you put waste in. So for someone to be able to, even if it's a clean bin, it hasn't been used.
So
before.
do you understand the corrupted
you see,
mind?
we only
Even
know.
if-
You see, you Trip, and a few of us. If you see a brand new bin, nothing in your body tells you to put food or water in it. But to some people, the fact that it has already not touched filth means it's just a container. They are not seeing bin. If they saw bin or they saw trash container, don't fetch water inside. To them, they've seen a giant plastic container. My water problem is solved. So the perspectives are totally different. You will not put anything edible or whatever consumable.
Anyway, talk about that. My bin is very neat, though.
In the bin. No matter how neat. See, if I took you to
because
the
I
factory,
use trash bags before I put it in the bin. Yeah.
fully. If I took you to the factory and the bin just came off the assembly line,
But I
fresh,
don't pour water put inside.
and I pour water, put inside, and I fetch some for you, you still go hesitate. Trip.
I'm not good drink.
Exactly,
It's a bin.
because
My brain
you
says,
that's how much you have been indoctrinated with the understanding
That's
that
how much
trash.
you've been-
Yes, you've been bin. you understand. That's how much you understand what a bin is, to the point that even in the absence of trash, the bin symbolizes trash in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So you are not going to consume it. To that masses that's putting it in the kitchen, no, that thing comes off the assembly line. All they see is plastic container. So if it's watching, they go put inside or whatever. They don't care. It's another now any ice chest difference be in the room. They go ask you fili. Then your plastic where na tank. You understand? So the problem there is from back. Is that from those at the back of the
so
room.
now, in understanding this issue before us, now I want to ask you personally, I just in wrapping this up, and asking you personally how ready you are to get into a space where you clearly understand that one of the dirtiest and most polluted places in Africa is Agubushi Market, I'm told, and how your advocacy, how your club is going to fight this. That most presidents have tried and has not worked.
I mean, the responsibility is not one person's to bear.
It sure isn't. Yeah,
It isn't one person's. It's not one institution's to bear. It's a collective effort. That is why we are partnering with certain agencies like the EPA and other environmental agencies, educational institutions, because there has to be education. I'm pretty sure there's been education over the years, and then people are still not getting the import of it. But it has to go on. Education is not it's not a one-time thing. It's a continuous effort. You have to. And we learn every day. So we have to continue sensitizing people. Also,
No, apart from May, June, July, the rainy season, we don't learn the floods. We don't. There's no learning at that time.
Yeah. but it has to. I mean, it has to continue. It's something that has to continue. But to this point, I think that we are ready. We have some very important people and influential people on board as well who are willing to back what we're doing and back our ideas. But to this end, I'll leave it to.
I appreciate this. I just don't want to be too hard on you guys, but if I have to be really hard on you guys, I mean, there's reality, and then there is T-shirts with a logo in the middle and see that we are a club, and then and there's reality, and I'm wondering the impact of what impact your club is looking forward to achieving at a certain. If I called you back a year from today, even a year is too far. If I called you in December, because I've dropped you in a war zone, it's already a fight going on there, and then you are literally not even armed with anything, and your sustainability itself is, can I say, will it be questionable?
No. It will not be. It will not be questionable. Like I said, it's something that we've. I mean, Jay.
So what is your overall? So what is your overall motive? What are you looking forward to achieving? Let's say end of this year. By 2025 December.
By the end of this year, we should have at least started the club. Number one, engage in a few activities to gauge, our reach and to gauge the muscle that we have in promoting what we want to do, which is to champion sustainability and contributing to it. And then going into the next year, we're looking at expanding, into other territories, other institutions, and then getting the agenda going. Like that's basically it.
To add to that, ending the year and entering into the next year, we are looking at coming up with a recycling project where the plastic and other waste we get, we are speaking with stakeholders who are involved in recycling. By that, if people are to see that what we are doing, this is the impact it's bringing. If we can bring products such as giant trash cans and all that, people would be more interested and will see the need why they should be conscious about the environment.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very, very much. I wish you well in this.
Are you coming for the lunch?
Oh, please break it down for us. When is that?
It's on Thursday.
Where, when, how?
Thursday, 3:30. That's it. The official launch of the club.
Kojo, there are listeners on radio as well. What do you mean by that? I told this guy I went to GIMPA.
Thursday, July 10th, 2025, 3:30 p.m. prompt. At the GECC.
No, Edu Complex. GECC has been changed. So the AL Edu Auditorium, GIMPA main campus. Yes, it's on GIMPA's main campus. So once you get to
people coming to the school, everyone said they fear if they come to the school. They say, actually, we feel like when I heard you guys have an SRC, I was like, wow, you do, because it's such as the institution gives off that Charlie. It's always books. So
I think it's because of the caliber of people who come there, like makes it look like all work and no play, Charlie. Forget that it makes Jack a dull boy. But anyway, so we're looking at this on Thursday at 3:30 at the AL Edu auditorium, and so looking forward to it. For viewers and listeners out there, if you also share in same, it'll be ideal to have you. It'll be good to have you, all of you there. Come champion this very worthy cause. Thank you so much, Mr. Legit.